What's up, you guys? Hey, hey, hey. How's everybody doing? Happy St. Patrick's Day. The 4% of Irish in me is saying Happy St. Patty's Day. Drink, be safe. Don't be doing crazy stuff now. Don't be drinking and driving, all that stuff, okay? Wear your green. Y'all remember elementary school, like when people, like if you didn't wear green, people would pinch you? That used to irk my nerves. Like, that's so childish. Like, whatever. But happy St. Patty's Day. Enjoy, have fun, all that stuff, okay? Y'all like my shirt? Y'all like my shirt? Tommy and Chucky. Tommy, Chucky. Jesus Christ, my chest looks big. Oh my god. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Jesus. Them OGs right there. I'm ready for their show on Paramount Plus. Yeah, the new one. I'm ready for that. I'm ready for that. Ooh, I'm so ready. And like I've been binging um season 2 of Rugrats, so I cannot wait until that show premieres on basically a revival of it. I can't wait for it to premiere on Paramount Plus. But y'all, today's a good day because last night was the season premiere of Mayans MC. Y'all, this was the show that started the channel. This was the show. I remember I was I a junior? I think I was a junior. I was a junior at Ferris State University in Big Rapids. I was a junior. And I remember this hype around it. I remember it because basically Mayans is like the next chapter in the Sons of Anarchy book, okay, franchise. This is the next chapter. They focused on SOA. They focused on the charming charter of Sons of Anarchy, and that was a good show. I didn't even watch Sons of Anarchy when it first aired on FX. I didn't even watch it. I didn't. It wasn't until like years later that it went on Netflix. Then I watched it and I binged it, and my gosh, it was such a great show. Um, just fantastic writing, fantastic acting, directing, all of that. Like, really, really such a great show. And so when the series finale ended, there were talks about like, okay, is there going to be a sequel? Are they going to focus on the Mayans? Because the Mayans were allies turned, well, no, they were enemies turned allies during Sons of Anarchy. First, they hated each other really bad, and then they started working together and they became good friends. And so, that happened, and then it was like, is there gonna be like a prequel? So talking about in the '60s with Jax, because Jax Teller's father started SOA and Charming, and so they were talking about, oh, is there going to be a prequel to it, or are they going to focus? If y'all can hear the train, I'm so sorry, my window's open. Sorry about that. But there was talks about, is there going to be, who are they going to focus on next? Because they have so many like enemies and stuff like that. But Mayans were the number one. So they were going to focus on the Mayans Mayans MC, and they were going to focus on the Santo Padre um, charter. And so, because that's where, well, Alvarez, he was a part of the Northern MC. But Alvarez was the quote unquote head honcho. He was the face of the Mayans charter. And so, yeah, this is basically the next chapter in the Sons of Anarchy book. But this was the channel that started it. I remember seeing trailers for it and saying to myself, you know what? I'm going to review the show. I'm going to hop on my phone and press record and give my thoughts on it. And so this was the show that launched this channel, and then that led into me doing many other shows. And I'm this is the show that started it all. So I'm very excited to be reviewing this show again. Now, a lot of y'all may be wondering, where is the rest of season 2? Okay, so I stopped about either episode 6 or episode 8, one of the two of season 2 of Mayans. I've watched the whole season. When it aired, I watched the season and everything like that. But it's like I was in school. I was at university. I was at school. So I was focusing on school. I had a job, so I was focusing on my job and then like projects with the career field that I'm going into. A lot of projects, a lot of staying up at night, working on it, just a lot of stuff. So I really had to just put that on the back burner. And so that just had to put that on pause, and then I tried to come back to it. I think it was like the beginning of COVID-19, like around that time I picked up on it, but then I just stopped doing it and I went straight into, like, I think Siesta Key was what I hopped into. But y'all, that's what happened. I stopped abruptly. I just stopped season 2, but we all know what happened. Okay, we know. Oh, this light, this glare. Ugh, I don't like the glare that I can see myself in my glasses. But that's what happened with um season 2 of mine, is me stopping halfway. Um, but because of COVID, leading into the next bullet point that I have on my notes. Due to COVID, a lot of production, basically the whole world shut down during COVID. Like, the whole world shut down. Businesses were closed, like everything. Everything was closed and nobody was working because it was still at the height of we were still at the height of the pandemic, and didn't know what was going on, none of that stuff. So basically everything shut down, including Hollywood. So that is why there were a lack of new seasons, lack of shows and everything like that, because of COVID-19. You had to be safe. And so season 3, there were still questions, because I was wondering, I'm like, when is season 3 of Mayans gonna come out? Same thing with Animal Kingdom. I'm like, when is Animal Kingdom gonna come out? Like, what's happening? So now workforces are being safe, COVID protocols are being implicated, and so now production has started in Hollywood. Probably just at like limited people are on set and everything like that. But now Hollywood is still, you know, do what they gotta do. But it's weird because I'm like, I saw the trailer for it. I'm like, it's coming out this early, because usually it happens first season and second season was usually in the fall. So I'm like, that's weird because it's usually starting around September, like around late August, September. So I'm like, wow, they're starting really this early. This is March. So hey, but season 2, I literally forgot about what happened in season 2. I'm like, what happened during season 2? Like, huh. And so I watched season 3, and of course they showed the previews of what happened in season 3. Um, you know, Easy and Angel finding out that their mother was murdered because Mama Garcia, Galindo's mom, ordered the hit on their mom, and Happy from Sons of Anarchy, he was the one that committed, the murder. And then um, them working together, the whole Mayans charter is working with SOA, whose president is Chips. Um, they're working together. Well, they want to get out of the gun trade, SOA, because that was Jax's MO, like, to let's leave the gun trade. So they're dealing with that, and then the conflict with another Mayans charter. Well, not a Mayan charter, but with another gang that they're at a dislikes with, and a shootout happened. Riz ended up dying. Taza killed them. You know, choked out the breath breath thing, breath breathing tube. I'm like, breath thing, breathing tube. Um, and then Emily and Galindo, they wanted to start this project. They end up losing the bid, and so Emily asked Easy to kill someone who was being dirty and everything like that. What else happened? What else happened? What else happened? Coco, he got his eye messed up. Potter, Adelita, and Angel, they had a kid together. Potter, he took the baby away, and Easy and Angel blackmailed him because he got a kid by someone. Um, yeah, a lot of stuff. I'm like, dang, that really happened last season? Jesus Christ. Long time. Long time. Um, so that's what happened in season 2. But now, season 3, let's get started. This is season 3, episode 1. Pop struggles with the devil. Now, a lot of things changed this season. A lot of things changed. Let's see. The opening changed, and then I was waiting for, like, in the first, like, when it came on, like previously on or last season on, they didn't do that. I'm like, what's going on now? Like, there's some new stuff. What are we doing? And they show, like, bits and pieces of it. Then they were like previously on. So yeah, but a new look, a new refresh look. I mean, y'all had a year to basically, like, you had a year to, look at the product and be like, what do we need to change and everything like that. But so far, the first 2 episodes was looking good. When I found out it was going to be a back-to-back episode, I'm like, dang, y'all trying to kill me? Huh? Whatever. But we going to get through this. Now, let's get into it. Now, opening episode, we see Ezekiel. Oh yeah, Ezekiel is a full patch member. That's what happened in season finale. Easy is now a full patch member of Mayans. So Easy is beating up some random gang member. Gil is there, and Gil tells us that these dudes, they were stepping on Mayans territory, and that's something that you just don't do. Gang members, you don't step on any gang members' territory. You do that, you get killed on sight. That's it. So that gang was dealing with the repercussions. You stepping in Mayan's territory, you gonna get beat up. And Easy was beating the crap out of it. Like, I'm like, dang, you look good, JD Pardo. That's the dude's name. What's good? So next we see Angel. Angel is getting it in with some girl. I'm like, dang, Angel. I have a love-hate relationship with Angel. I realized this after I got done watching episode 1. I have a love-hate relationship with that dude. With that character, I got a love-hate relationship with him. We gonna see how this season goes, but I got a love-hate relationship with Angel. But Angel, he banging some girl, he was getting it in. And then I'm like, that's not Adelita. Angel, what you doing? Cut to Adelita. She's in some type of, like, solitary type of stuff, and she hanging by the handcuffs. I'm like, girl, her wrist is all red and bruised. I'm like, Angel, you why you did that to your baby mama? That's messed up. Like, come on, Angel. And then we see my homie Coco. Man, Coco, he got that glass. He got whatever it was in his eye. He couldn't see out his eye. And he had a patch on, like, the last couple of episodes of season 2. Man, they got my homie, like, snorting oxy and stuff. I'm like, oh, man. Y'all gonna turn this dude. Come on, man. They got my homie tripping right now. And then cutting the Bishop. He's drinking. And then cutting the Taza. Everybody looked defeated because of what happened. And so Easy, he's riding on his motorcycle. He riding on his motorcycle, and he's driving through the city, and there's a lot of military people, and he sees this couple being handcuffed. That's because the border has shut down, and it's kind of mimicking what happened in real life when y'all former president was doing what he was doing in that White House. He shut down the border, and taking children immigrant children away from their parents and everything like that. He tried to build a border. That border ain't been up since. So that's what's been happening. The border is shut down. Okay, no money's getting in, no money's coming out. Everything's shut down. Y'all gotta figure out a way to do something. So there's a whole bunch of military down there. Um, Easy, he goes to check on Pops, and the house is dirty. Dishes ain't done. It's all dark inside. Man, open up some light in here. Like, get some light up in here. Pops, he's still in the bed sleeping. Easy was like, yo, I got you a breakfast burrito. You hungry? Pops? Pops? Alright, I'm gonna just leave it on the table. Homie is depressed. Pops is depressed because of what happened, okay? He witnessed his two sons committing murder, choking out Mama Garcia, and setting her on fire. He is depressed. And then what happened? Um, then we see Leticia. She wakes up. I thought she had another dude in her bed at first when the episode premiered last night. I watched it again on demand. I'm like, wasn't there a dude in that? I'm like, girl, you got a dude in that room? There was no dude in the room. But she walks out, and you know, Coco and her, they both look dingy. I'm like, man, what's going on with y'all? And she looking for her iPad. She can't find it. She was like, I looked everywhere. It's not in my backpack. This is the second one I've lost. I knew right there. I'm like, he is taking your iPod and is selling it for Oxy. I'm like, oh, Coco, why? Why? We're doing this now? We're doing this? We're doing this? Y'all got my dude strung out on painkillers, man. And he's snorting it at that. Oh, my gosh, man. I noticed it right then and there. When she was like, where's my iPad? I'm like, he is taking her iPad and selling it for Oxy. Come on, Coco, we gotta do better. And so, while he's leaving, she sit back down on the couch and she sees the residue from the peel being crushed up. I'm like, girl, now you better not have, like, no, girl, don't do it. You don't need to do that. Um, so, okay, they have a meeting. Okay, the club has a meeting. And Angel Angel is depressed. And he is taking his feelings out on just any other girl, you know. Do what you gotta do, Angel, whatever. Um, then we see Emily. Emily face down in her pool. I'm like, is this girl about to kill herself? Oh my gosh, what is going on? No. The mayor um comes and shows up at her house. And basically the whole town is just in distress right now because Emily and Galindo messed everything up. Girl, ain't nobody working. The mayor was like, we had to put police officers on leave. We don't got people to pick up the dang on trash. Like, this is your fault that we're in this mess, girl. And people are leaving and you just messed up everything. This is your fault. And what you did to, win over this, blood is going to be on your hands. And Emily looked stressed out. She was stressed. Um, so we see Easy and Angel. They are getting stuff ready for a drop. And Easy's telling Angel, look, Pops ain't doing all that good. He's still in the dumps and everything like that. And Angel's like, man, it's okay. He'll, shake it off or whatever. And so they got two car seats with them, right? And they go into this little shed, like a tornado shed. Um, we see Gil Gil and Coco come up from down in the cave or whatever, and Coco freaking sweating. That's some drug sweat. That's that drug sweat. Homie sweating. He's like, I need air. I need air. He runs up and gets some air. Easy realized the quantity is short. Okay, product is short. That is because the border shut down. Nothing is coming out. Nothing's going in. Nothing's coming out. Everything's shut down. This is short than what they had. This, how we gonna get paid? Like, how we gonna survive? Everybody is shook right now. Everybody is in distress. Everybody's stressing. Everybody on 10. Y'all need to calm down and take a dang on breather. Okay. Um. Next, at the old warehouse, because y'all remember in season 1 and season 2, they used to like stuff the quinceañera dresses with the product and everything like that. Um, that warehouse is shut down. We see workers getting arrested. We got Homeland Security, ICE, DEA, everybody just taking everybody. And then we see the old cave that they used to take from Santa Padre to Mexico. That cave is now being filled with cement. So everybody is screwed. Everybody, okay? Um we see Ezekiel, he installing the car seats, and they got a girl to smuggle the drugs into the US, and she freaking out. She nervous. She talking all fast and she's shaking and everything. I'm like, oh my gosh. Y'all couldn't got you like a seasoned mule or anything like that. Somebody that's been doing this a couple of times. Y'all got a green person. Like, come on. I'm like, when I saw her shaking and she was stressing out, I'm like, y'all are not gonna succeed at this, because she was nervous. Um, then we see Angel and Coco. Um, Angel, Coco, Gil, and Ezekiel. They at the bar, and it's like a couple of military people there, some white folks there, and Gil is like busting like Coco's, balls, saying he looked dirty, saying, man, you broke, like where your money at, probably snorting it, which is true. And then Coco called him the B word. Gil get mad, and Coco called him the B word again. Gil pushed him into the military. Military dude get upset, and all of a sudden they just start throwing punches. Easy and the Angel looking at each other. They like, man, let's get into this. Then Angel picks up a dang on chair. I'm like, what? So random. I'm like, you gonna pick out a chair? Why don't you like pick up the bottom? Nah, homie, like, man, I'm gonna get this chair. Whap. I'm like, come on, man. Oh my gosh. So we about to cross the border, okay? And the officer, he talked to old girl who got the drugs in the car seat. He trying to talk to her, and she freaking out. She nervous. She's shaking and stuff. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all not gonna get paid. Um, he noticed that she's nervous, and he tells her, hey, can you just pull over to the right? And she sees the canine dog come out the trunk, and her dumb self hits the accelerator, and she drives off. Okay, you hear the officer be like, we got a runner, we got a runner, we got a runner. And then we see one of the officers lay out like the spikes, and car go flat. She trying to drive, and then she hit a cop car. Guess who not getting paid? Y'all not getting paid. Okay, so Bishop is pissed. He is like, look here, why would you do that? Like, we got the border shut down. Now you beating up military people. We got a bigger target on us, okay? And old girl, she about to face 15 to 20 years. I said, oh my God. Y'all are, look, it's not on y'all side today. No, it is not. Y'all just in shambles over there. So, um, they're having a meeting with the rest of the Mayans charter later on tonight. And they're going to show up empty handed, because nobody's getting paid. Nobody's getting money. Nobody's not getting drugs. Nobody's not getting nothing, because old girl got arrested. Okay. And so they like, we only going to, meet on neutral grounds. It's only going to be a select few of us. And Taza is worried about Pablo, because, and what if he shows up? Bishop was like, it's over and it's done with, okay? He killed Riz and we shot his people. I'm like, okay, but he killed one person. Y'all killed his whole group. And let's say, estimate wise, it was about like 8 of them. He killed your one to y'all killing his 8. I'm like, no, it would have been better if it was like 1-on-1, but you killed his whole group. So I understand if he's ready to like take some people out, because come on now. Um but Taza, he's freaking out because he knows how Paulo is, because he used to, roll with Paulo back in the day. So he knows how he works. He knows how he operates. And Taza is freaking out. And so um cut to 2 SOA members. One of the SOA members who was with Chibs when last season, when they were talking about the deal and everything like that, he gets a call from Paulo, and his cousin ended up getting killed in a shootout. And so Paulo was like, look, I'm gonna find you, and what if I tell Chibs about our little arrangement? So Chibs doesn't know that old dude is working with Paulo. So I'm like, ooh, what's gonna happen if Chibs find out? Most likely you gonna get killed, okay? And so he told Paulo, just let me know when you need me and I'll be there. Paulo was like, nah, I'm good. And then we see Paulo getting out of his car. He's in Santa Madre, Mexico. I'm like, oh, look here, Santo Padre. Y'all about to be in for a rude awakening. Um, so next we see Galindo. He visiting his mom. He visiting the therapist that his mama used to go to. She ain't go to that therapist. Um, Basically that whole conversation is that he wanted to know, what did his mama say? Like, did she think about suicide? Like, what happened, during this conversation? And the therapist was like, look here, just because, the patient died or whatever, that is still patient confidentiality. And when she said that, Galindo was straight crying. That crying turned into a still face like that. I'm like, ooh. Girl, why you had to say that? Um, and he gets out the office and he tells Avarice to call FHOS, former head of security, and Paco for tonight. So Hector is former head of security. Okay, so we see 2 agents. One is from last season, and she tells the new girl that we have a orders from the top saying that they want Adelita to go to Mexico. And old girl was like, Potter's still signing off on this? Yeah, I think old girl said he was in San Diego. But they're afraid that if she goes back to Mexico that she will die. Okay. Um so we see Ezekiel got a little date with this girl named Gabby, who is Leticia's best friend. I said thank you. I thought that they were gonna pull a Jackson Tara moment, because y'all remember Jackson Tara from SOA. Jax ain't see Tara in like how long. She came back and the flame continued. They ended up the way that they ended up. I thought the same thing was gonna happen with Easy and Emily. I'm like, I just don't see it between them. I don't see that chemistry, and I hope that they don't end up together. But I'm like, whew, thank you, because Gabby looks way more his speed. So he got a little day with Gabby. He telling Angel about it. And then Bishop tells them, look, I changed my mind. All of us need to be here. Be here by midnight. So it's like, ah, crap. It's about to go down. Um, so Easy and Gabby, they on their date. They being all cute and stuff. Um, Galindo comes home. He walk in that door. He look like he don't even want to be there. Emily stressed out because the baby crying and stuff. She's like, he won't stop crying and everything like that. I had fired help because she let the mayor in and everything like that. Girl, I'm just stressed out, okay? she's stressed out to the max. Um, and then he tells her, "Look, I gotta go change, take a shower, and go back to Mexico." Um, so the meetup with the charters are happening, and basically the whole conversation went like this: the other charters, are tired of Bishop's BS. You know, telling them, "Look, the hold up is this. We ain't got the product there. It's because the border shut down. The old girl got arrested, so we ain't get paid." And it's like they can't do anything. So other charters was like, "Okay, we gonna do this. You double our product so you can make up for lost costs, okay? And we want to up. I think they said up the percentage or something like that. Something to do with percentage." And Bishop was like, "We can't do that." And he looking around at his crew, and he was like, "You know what? I don't need y'all. We don't need y'all. Y'all need us. Y'all need, San Padre to go through the pipeline. Y'all need us. Okay? So you know what? Screw y'all. Screw each and every one of y'all." And he turned around. It looked like he was shook from what he said. It looked like he was scared for what was going to happen. I'm like, how you going to talk big in all their faces, then you turn around and you look scared, Bishop? Come on now. So, Paco and Hector, they killed the therapist. They followed the therapist. They killed her at night. Um, so the end of the episode is about to wrap up. We see Angel. He about to have a threesome. I'm like, come on, Angel. You are just burying your feelings. Okay. Adelita, she getting a sponge bath. A rough one. They were just scrubbing on her skin and stuff. I'm like, dang. Toning down with that. Coco snorting again. They really got my homie snorting. Um, Galindo, he went to see another woman. I said, "Oh." I knew who it was, so I'll tell y'all. And I know who it is. I'll tell y'all in the next episode. Um, Emily, she's still stressed and smoking a cigarette. Stressing out. Bishop, he outside somebody's house. Pops, he crying, holding a wedding ring, looking at a picture of probably Galindo, saying, "I failed you." Okay. Then we see Ezekiel burning all of the paperwork. All of it from like finding out basically all the stuff Happy gave him. Um and it was kind of like just throwing away the past, like it's over with. I found out what happened, burning it all away. So that's what he did. He burned all of the papers. And then Taza hears something. Taza's sitting outside the club. He hears something. He had a gun with him. I'm like, what you about to do, Taza? And then, y'all, we see Paulo. Paulo walking. He walking the Green Mile. He just walking on dirt road. And then we hear sirens. I'm like, ah, dang, what's about to happen? He about to kill this cop. I knew right then and there. I'm like, he about to kill this cop. Cop tells him to get on the ground. He gets on the ground. Throw your wallet. He throws his wallet. I literally said this. I'm like, he is about to slice your ankles or something. Tell me why the officer he called in for backup. The officer is about to get his wallet. Paulo has a knife and sliced his ankle. I said, "Ooh, I felt that. Ooh, that had to hurt. Ooh, that had to hurt." He sliced his ankle. Then Paulo went to get his gun. Pop, pop, pop. Killed the officer. Officer still talking a little bit. And then he told Paulo, he's like, "You can take the car. Just don't leave me to die." I said, "Why you say that? You gonna die anyway." Paulo get in the cop car. He driving. Doom. Put in reverse. Boom. Put it forward again. Boom. And he drives off. I said third time had to be the charm. So that's what happened. That's what happened on the season premiere. Well, y'all, we got another episode to do. But that was episode 1 of season 3 of Mayans. I hope y'all enjoyed it. y'all, episode 2. I'm about to record that right quick. I'm about to watch episode 2, record it, upload it. That'll probably be up probably like 11 something. I don't, somewhere around there. It'll be up though. But I'll see y'all next review. Peace, love. Mwah.